All right, guys, welcome back. 2025, what better way to start the first video of the year with a 2025 fashion trends prediction video. By the end of this video, I think you guys should walk away with some good information, some great information actually. If some of this stuff doesn't manifest, if it doesn't happen, you have the power to do it, I think. You can be the front foot, the leading cause, the catalyst, you name it, that can be you, and make a name for yourself, start a new wave, get your brand on it, and get it popping this year. All this information, I feel like, should be taken with a grain of salt. We all live and consume fashion differently. That's why we can agree or disagree on certain things. Some of these ideas haven't started off or are very new. Some of these ideas are already peak, right? We already see them. So let's jump right into it. First trend, barrel pants. We're at a fork right now. We're at peak hype when it comes down to baggy pants, right? And what happens? Once you're at peak, you come to that fork road, and to what's next? So, in my opinion, you have two options. You either go back to straight leg pants, or you do barrel jeans, barrel pants, or horseshoe pants, whatever you want to call them. Not so much skinny jeans, not just yet. If you wear skinny jeans, that's cool, I don't care. Some people are literally skinny, so wear skinny jeans. What's it to me? I don't care. But this is what I think is next, and you'll see a lot more. Shameless plug, this is from my brand. This is from the last collection I introduced for summer spring 25. So you haven't seen the whole collection, go check it out. Go to my Instagram, the brand page at Mundial Studios on Instagram, and you'll see everything and hopefully maybe get a little bit of inspiration. So this is a non-bodied look of how the barrel jeans look on, but you can see the U shape of them. We just had an e-commerce shoot, like I said, and I got the pictures back just on time, so it works out. And he stands at 6'2". He's wearing a size 34-28. That's not his size. That's not what he usually wears, but that's what he's wearing for this shoot. The thing with this style, you don't really need a long inseam with this style. I feel like the longer the inseam, it kind of takes away from the shape, and then it starts stacking and starts looking a little bit more different. It takes away from what you want. To combat it, some people on the inside, on the inseam, add two pleats, kind of like going inward around the knee level. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it a little bit more simpler, and this was the end result. This isn't a new style, silhouette, whatever you want to call it. This has been around for a while. I'm not saying I invented it or it's because of me because it was popular, obviously not. This is already something that's been around for a while, but predominantly for women. When I saw it, I said to myself, that's such a cool style. Is there any for men? And I was searching the web and I couldn't find any, so of course I have the resources, so I made it. I made it available for men. It's literally just making it a bigger size at the end of the day. The first brands that I took notice that had it, and it's working really well for them, is Lily Noden. Right here on the right hand side, you see has a great wash to it, nice dark, has a little bit of a tint to it. And on the far left, you can kind of see of that pleat that I was talking to you guys about on Free People. And they offer a variety of different variations of this style. First Google search, when you put barrel jeans, that's the brand that comes up. So if you guys want to check it out, go ahead. Maybe give you guys a little bit more inspiration if you do decide to implement this into your collection. Right down the middle, you're gonna see the barrel pants by Loewe, styled amazingly in my opinion. It's a super clean, nice look. Moving on, let's talk about Americana, Western wear, things like that. I think it's peak. Especially the Western wear. We've seen Pharrell introduce it for his first collection, all that cowboy theme, all that Western wear, boots, hats, cowboy hats, obviously. Do I think it's because of him that it's so popular? Not really. Do I think it's because of Beyonce why it's so popular? Not really. That's kind of her look right now, the style that she's been rocking with her team, with her publicist, stylist, whatever it is. That's what they're doing, and it's working well. Do I think they're factors? Of course, right? Like I said, we consume fashion differently, and some people take it based on their idols, whatever they want, whatever you want to say, and that's how they take in fashion. So to them, it could be, that's the reason. Of course, if we think Americana, we got to think about the GOAT, Ralph Lauren. So when we think about Americana, it's always denim, right? Just had the huge raw denim, raw selvage denim hype. It's kind of dying down a little bit. Something we've always seen is kind of that Canadian tuxedo, but now it's picking up in popularity a little bit more. Being styled different shades of blue, being styled with raw and raw indigo, being styled with a coat, a trench coat, which I love. I love that look. Yesterday I wore denim on denim, but it was all black. If you follow me on Instagram at Mundios, you'll see the fits I post sometimes on my story, which I'll be a lot more active on, try and be. Right now, I think we've seen a really big belt hype. We saw it with, I think it started in streetwear, kind of more with, kind of like the BB Simmons, the rhinestones, all that. And then we started seeing the Manhattan belts, those Capital belts, things like that. All that stuff, right? If you know, you know, but all that stuff. We'll be borrowing the styling of bigger belts, or just belts over the garments, where you don't necessarily put it through the belt loop, but you just put it on. That's kind of what you see in women's styling a lot, when maybe they're wearing a long dress or something and they kind of want to split it so they can be like different proportions of it. Maybe their torso's here and then legs here, so you want to show that off. On the right hand side, we have chambray. I feel like there's a lot of room to explore with chambray, just because it has a lot of characteristics that denim has. It washes the same, you know, you can do a lot of the same looks. It's just very light and it's woven a little differently. I just think that there's a lot of different styles there's still to explore, and that brands haven't really picked up on this fabric, just because it is light. It is a light fabric, and nowadays everybody's like, oh, it has to be coarse and rough, and it has to be super stiff, and it has to be super heavy. That's what they're all looking for. Even if it sacrifices the quality and hand feel, they don't really care. They just want it to feel rigid and heavy, and that's all they care about, right? Respectfully so, if that's what you're looking for, of course, that's what's popular. So go ahead and implement that. But for anybody else that isn't, this is something you can go ahead and explore. Now let's talk about workwear. I understand everybody wants to leave Carhartt in the past. They want to leave the Detroit jackets. I get it, it's an NPC fit, but it's not gonna die. Workwear isn't gonna die, it's gonna go over. Yeah, it's overplayed, little yachty ass fit, whatever, but it's still here. And I feel like if you're gonna explore workwear even more, they'll probably start picking up either collaborations or inspirations from Dickies and Ben Davis. So these are workwear brands that if you're not familiar with, you should be already, to be honest. Not like if they're super underground or hidden away. With Dickies, they've had some notable collaborations. As for example, on your screen right now, we have the Dickies Highs and Mighty collab, which the campaign looks really cool. I really like that they did it in a dry cleaner. Because if you know, if like in the Hispanic Chicano community, if you wear Dickies, it shit gotta be fresh. It gotta be creased, starched, fresh, right? So it's kind of cool because obviously you go to dry cleaner and that's what they're gonna put on your clothes. More evidence to back this, we had another collaboration of Willie Chavarria with Dickies. That's the photo you see in the middle. And that's where he takes a lot of inspiration from. Chicano, Hispanic community, that's predominantly what they wear, right? Some Ben Davis, some 501s, some Dickies, things like that. He grabs it, he puts his own twist on it, he presents it to the world, and the world is watching. Why? Because he is a two-time CFDA menswear award winner. I think there was already a hype behind some work shirts where they just cut them, cropped them around the time that, I want to say around the time where vintage was really peak. You know, maybe a year ago, maybe a year and a half or 2 years ago. And I saw a lot of people were doing that, kind of that Silver Lake look, I think they were trying to call it. So now we're talking about styling. D-Book, he does an amazing job when it comes down to it. I always see him with some Dickies on, whether it's a work jacket from Dickies or some chinos. D-Book, he is part Mexican. He shows that a lot with the cars he owns, kind of how he styles himself, things like that, just his own way. So speaking on D-Book, what does he go and do? He just dropped a shoe on Monday, I believe. While I was like getting all this information, all this brainstorming, and it coincides with the color I have in mind. That's gonna be a great color for this year, coral pink, right? He dropped his book ones in Sedona. It's a great color. It's a color that I've been seeing pop out here and there over the past couple years, especially last year. And I feel like this is the color that will bring that shock value, right? Like this is the color that not your whole collection, but it adds that shock value almost, right? It attracts eyes, and that's what you want. As you can see in the middle, we have the ERD work jacket. We actually did the garment dye and the distressing, that whole wash to it. And in person, that jacket looked really nice, man. Really, really nice. On the right hand side, another example of the color, just a different kind of wash. We didn't personally do that one, but it looks really dope either way by Calorie Department. This is what I mean. When Kanye released the Yeezy Gap, that color had the people driving crazy, right? You saw it all over social media, and that's what you want to do. That's what the kind of pieces you want to produce. That Instagram, social media, trending, worthy color and piece. Sometimes the piece isn't so creative, but the color is, or the embellishment, whatever you add onto it, or the wash. And that's what this color brings. That's what coral, this kind of like pink with red hue on it. Also, a lot of what I saw the previous color kind of be, it's kind of that faded orange. I saw a lot of it personally. Maybe that just means I'm too much on the internet, chronically online. I need to take a break. But now I'm even more on it because I'm posting on YouTube. You can see right here in the middle that I'm pretty sure if you're on Pinterest, you've always seen that one, right? Maybe that's why I have it engraved in the back of my mind. And on the right-hand side, we have a brand who's taking off, who's doing amazing. Shout out Martin. I know he's part of the team out there for Shapes USA. And they did that kind of orange with a faded look on it. You need something?
Sí.
What's up?
¿Qué me dices que hiciera del charro con el black fabric?
Yeah.
Yo lo tenía.
With the shrinkage? Yeah? Okay. That's it. More examples. Like I said, the debug. Not the debug. I don't want to have debug right there. I could edit it right now. You guys would never know, but it's okay. We keep the ball rolling. The book ones, Sedona's, me, MD Studio Smock. I'm not only preaching it, I'm doing it, right? I don't want you guys to think that I'm saying and doing all this and wouldn't do it myself. There you go. Perfect explanation. Perfect example. I mean, we have 424 who's done it on a hoodie. They also have a leather jacket that looks like that color too. And it's really cool. Just a random Pinterest bag that I always see as well. Again, chronically online too much. All right, so honorable mentions. I want to see more brands do yellow. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like yellow's hated on. What's up? Also, like little like hints of pops of color added into clothes, into outfits, styles, just looks really cool to me. Moving on, another honorable mention, maroon. I love maroon. I think we need to see more of maroon. It's a very safe but eye-catching color. You replace the brown that you're wearing with maroon, and it's like, this guy's got it on. He knows something we don't. He knows something we don't. Mr. put it on, or Mrs. put it on, and you look good. I feel like that leather maroon jacket he has, if you wear that to the bar, it says something, right? It says something. It says, this guy's different. I mean, that's what I think. Next up on the trends list, Fugazi prints, but pretty much all over prints of something on something else. Not necessarily like your all over camel print or tiger print, cheetah print, whatever you might be thinking. Examples like these that Our Legacy and Acne Studios has done, where they scan an image of denim and then they print that onto fabric and then they cut it up, sew it together, and it looks like denim, but it isn't denim. You know what I mean? Then Acne Studios went ahead and did it too. Don't quote me on that. I don't know who did it first and don't want any controversy over that. Doesn't matter who does it first. It matters who does it best. Remember that. Some examples of what I mean, not just on denim, but on shirts. Obviously you have that Diesel shirt. It's like a shirt and a backpack scanned and printed on a shirt. Some of these examples can be pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie. And I feel like an affordable alternative to all this would be laser printing. Laser printing all over. That's something I do, I specialize in. So you guys need help or interested in any type of laser printing, not just like this, shoot me a DM at Mundios on Instagram. let's get you right. Back to it. This is an iteration that I've done personally that I'm planning on releasing on sweats. I have it in black. Actually, just show you guys. Cut the fucking video. I'm gonna show you guys right now. There you go. There's the black. There you go. Have it in blue. And it looks good. It looks good. I haven't done like a full outfit of it on me, but this is something I really want to release. Anyway, back to it. Back to laser printing. If you look on the far hand right, it's kind of denim on denim. And that's kind of what the laser printer we have is for, to print denim aspects like whiskers, chevrons, back knees, hand sanding, potassium onto denim, just to save on chemicals, water, all those harsh things, and save the environment. But we also use it for other types of ideas, as you can see in front of you. Moving on, footwear. You can kill the man, but not the idea. What do I mean by that? You're just gonna see more of the same, and it's okay. Enjoy it. You'll probably still see loafers with a lug sole, mesh shoes, Sambas, Gats, and that's cool, man. Keep wearing it. Who cares? Now, for this year, I feel like we're gonna see the reintroduction of the 509 heavily. This is the next model that I feel like New Balance will reintroduce and push out in different colorways, as well as you can see right here, the Puma Speed Cats. A lot of influencers, a lot of fashion MFs, they're trying to push that one heavy, trying to step away from Sambas. And that's something you like, go ahead. Judging by the shoe alone, I think you should go into store and try it on, make sure it's comfortable. Me, the shape of the shoe matters a lot. I like to be comfortable. Crickle Cage, it's actually a brand from Asia. The Flexors that they have right there, the gentleman has on, I actually just got them delivered today. They're at home waiting for me to style. So I'm gonna do a pickup video of some of the things I bought this holiday season, and that'll be another video. You guys should stay tuned. It'll probably be part of the next vlog. So put it all together. Like I said, the relaunch of the 509Y, they did a collaboration with Kim Do-hee. It was Korea exclusive, but it was really dope. I really liked it. I really wished I had those shoes right there, the ones that are more purple, burgundy, wine color, maroon, you could say? I don't know. I don't know. And then that's the OG model from that first released. That the photos are provided by the admin from Street Night Live. I don't know him personally or whatever, but I saw that he posted them, snapped them up real quick, showing you guys that there is interest, that there is hype. For the case study to solidify my theory, the collaboration with June that they had, right? You guys, I'm pretty sure you saw these shoes, the loafer shoes, all over your social media. Some people liked them, some people hated them. Good attention, bad attention, it's all good. Publicity, right? Whether it's good or bad, publicity is publicity. It's gonna keep it going. The hype train's gonna be there, and they're gonna be ready to snag them up. There was a collaboration with June, then the GR model released afterwards. It's actually a shoe I saw that was coming to America. I heard it's doing numbers in Japan. I can't confirm that. I'm not from Japan, but this is a shoe I've seen before. I think last year or 2 years ago, but it had a tassel. So I guess they're just pushing out more versions of these, and I guess it's working, right? If not, they wouldn't. And I guess this is some of the styles that are coming here. Vans not gonna run you a lot of money, right? 60, 80 bucks. It's gonna be a safe choice, something to play around with. There you go, something to look forward to. Like I said, the Puma Speed Cat, you want an alternative to your Sambas, that flat, narrow kind of shoe to it, kind of like a Gat, Margiela Gat, or you just want a vintage Gat that I have a vintage Cat. I don't have it here, but those are what I wear, straight from the army base. That, like really, I think they came from Lithuania or something like that when I bought them off eBay. More and more independent brands are popping off. That's definitely what the consumer is choosing to go towards. You know, I think we are seeing that decline, that big brands don't have that power pool, right? Not even their athletes or celebrity endorsements are doing it. Like Nike, right? The quality isn't there. You see glue stains on the shoes. The price isn't even there. They're losing grasp, and the consumer is moving elsewhere. And at the moment, it's like, if I can support a small brand, small business, why not? And I feel like the stigma too of not so much bootlegs, but maybe variations of what's already popular is okay. People are more prone now, more than ever, to look for options elsewhere. I have two Korean brands on the screen. Deviation, you can see right that they offer like some type of gap variation that look really cool. We have Pennant, another Korean brand. They specialize mostly in like derbies, the lug shoes. Crickle Cage, a brand from China. Like I said, I got those flexors, court shoes waiting for me at home to style. So I'll be off on the lookout for that. Next up, we're gonna talk about shirts. Kind of shirts, but mostly in the fabrics. Again, we have Shapes USA, they're doing a great job. If you can kind of see right there, kind of on his shirt, the slubbiness, the see-throughness of it, that's what's popping, right? It's taking inspiration from these shirts, from the vintage shirts, of how they're see-through. They were looking for that paper thin feel to it. Almost feels like it's super easy to rip and just drapes on your body. The three on your right, they're not all vintage, obviously, because the orange one is from my brand. Again, another shameless plug. This is for summer, spring 2025. This one isn't in the lookbook, but it's just really cool. And I'm gonna release it now that I look at it and look back. You know, speaking of orange, right? Like the other color that I was shouting out, orange, you know, I practice what I preach. As you can see, kind of letting the sun hit it. You see it's kind of see-through, the slubbiness of it. Me personally, I used a blend. It was baby jersey. I think it was modal and cotton. So there you go, free game. And also just get the matching rib, but make sure it has 1% elastic. Don't let your shirts have bacon neck, okay? Where it like starts going like this, all wavy here, cause the memory on the material doesn't return, and then now it looks all bad. All right, continuing on. So if this isn't enough for you, this kind of look with just the baby jersey, get yourself a 50-50 blend and try out a burnout wash. This is the wash technique. This is like a forbidden jutsu that I just talked to you about right now, that I just revealed to you. And why do I say that? I don't know why. It's not forbidden. I just don't see anybody do this anymore. I actually haven't heard about this wash maybe since I was like, I don't know, 12 or 10, I don't know. And I'm 26, gonna be 26 this year. So for your fabric, you're gonna pick a 50-50 cotton, polyester, and then in the wash, the cotton's gonna get eaten away and it's gonna leave you a very transparent shirt, kind of like the one that the lady's wearing right there on the far left. The two pictures on the right, they're from a dress or a shirt that Rick Owens did. So hey, if Rick Owens did it, you should do it. Everybody saw Opium. There's further evidence that I'm not just talking to talk. I'm talking to inform. I'm putting you on. I know we can do it, but we don't do it. I mean, nobody asked for it. I also know that the burnout wash is harmful to the machines, to the life of the machines, right? It won't fuck it up right away, but sticking onto fabrics, this is definitely what people are pushing for. I've been seeing this in every inquiry I get. Can we do organic cotton? And it's like, yeah, we can, whatever you want, really. And you do organic cotton, and it's good for marketing, right? It's good to offer that. Just me personally, I don't know, because not the whole supply chain is gonna be organic or environmental friendly. So unless you're providing a fully environmental friendly supply chain of how you produce this garment, is 100% organic cotton really what you should be striving for? That's just my personal opinion, but still, at least something is something, right? I know when we dye, we use more environmental friendly machine. We actually work with General Agia machines, and that helps us save a lot in water. It helps us save a lot in chemicals. I think we saved 60% on our last water bill. So there you go. You work with us, you help the environment. You don't work with us, you're killing it. Next up, this was a really popular thing. With mohair, went crazy, right? It went crazy. Marni, you think of Marni, you think of mohair. You think of mohair, you think of Marni. When you think of mohair, you think of cardigans. Everybody was doing it. Everybody was going crazy on it. So what's next? You know what? In my personal opinion, I feel like this next fabric that I'm gonna show you guys is what's next. I think merino wool. The reason I say it's me personally, I've been getting into running. I have a year running now. I just did the Long Beach Marathon, half marathon in October, still on it, planning on doing 2 more this year. That's beside the point. But when I'm looking at running brands, and when I'm looking at outdoor brands, this is what they're rocking with, merino wool. And as those lines between like athletic wear and maybe high end start to blur, kind of like how Love and On had a collaboration, you might start seeing this. That makes sense. That makes fucking sense. Holy shit. That's not planned. It just came out of the back of my head. That makes a lot of sense. So I feel like merino and merino blends is gonna be a big thing. Maybe not so soon, but by the end of the year or early next year, watch. You're gonna be seeing a lot of that. So, Satisfied Running, like I said, look, they have 100% merino wool. And the other one, 75 polyester, 25 merino. I feel like that's something that you're gonna be seeing a lot more of. If you go to the website and look at that item right there, it's nice and fuzzy, it looks super cool, and then it's light, it's breathable, and it's gonna be the next mohair. Last but not least, let's get straight into it. Tech wear, but not tech wear, because I know what tech wear is. A pocket into a pocket of another pocket, and your jacket just has a billion pockets, and tech wear is just something that is next level. Like really next level, like crazy shit, you know? And some of these brands, they're futuristic, but they're not necessarily tech wear. So I don't want to put them in there, but I couldn't think of a better word. I'm sorry. Right here in front of your screens is Zhuangli. What they say is they're a new city wear type of brand. I agree. It looks fresh. It looks amazing. Cool. So the next two brands I have for you right here are Kamawear and FFF Postal Service. FFF Postal Service, never-ending sci-fi film. So kind of gives you an idea of what they're trying to go for, more of a futuristic look. And I think Kamawear offers that as well. Kind of a futuristic city wear look as well. And respectively, both their brands kind of taking off at the same time. And really, right now, they're holding their hype. And then there's only more for them to grow and explore. I mean, we're talking about leading the front foot, right, of the cause. I think it's actually Kiko. Some of the stuff he's made has been crazy. And the more I tap into his work, I just think, how do you even think of that? And he's able to put his design language into other things and make incredible pieces like these. These are all the Levi's and Kiko collaboration pieces. That jacket in the middle is so crazy to me because it's like a corset to a jacket. You guys can Google it, see more for yourselves, and it's just crazy. It's just a crazy piece. The far right piece, the jacket, if I find it on Grail and it's my size, I might buy it. I know he has another brand that's always doing shoe collaborations with ASICS. So maybe you've already seen it, ran into it, and you just don't know. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the information. I hope you walk away with a lot of good information, honestly. Great ideas for you to win this year. This year is your year. This year is our year. This year, we have to make it happen, no matter what. Stay locked in, stay focused. What do you guys want to see this year? What do you guys want to see in 2025 from me personally? I have a lot to show. I am a manufacturer, so I have a lot of great behind the scenes that I can show you guys. Not necessarily of other brands, but just more what I'm doing for my brand. So you'll be able to see a lot of that, but up close through the whole supply chain, kind of transitioning of it, and you get a lot more insight of what we do, what we're able to do, and how we do it. What do you think we will see this 2025? What are you hoping to see? What trend predictions do you have? What are some of your hot takes? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, found a lot of value, make sure to share it, like, and subscribe for more. Subscribe for more content. It's a lot more coming this year, and I'm super excited. This is all super fun to me. I've always just had a lot to share and say, and I'm finally doing it, finally getting after it. Even though it's a little choppy sometimes and I stumble on my words, if I say and a lot, or but, if I go off topic, whatever it might be, we'll be working on it this year. It's on my vision board. I promise you guys, every video you see, there will be some type of information and value to it. That's what's gonna separate whatever you see here compared to other channels out there that just talk to talk. There will be actual value here. So I'm wishing you guys a great 2025, and I'll see you guys soon.